Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Today's reading is for Pisces, March monthly for 2020. So with this energy for you guys, I actually was getting a lot while I was just shuffling the cards and placing them here. I pre-shuffle and laid the cards out basically so that way I could cut back on how much time I spend on your reading, so that way it's like a quick and dirty, in and out reading for you guys. Anyway, that's enough explanation. So let's jump into it. Up here you have Chance as your crowning card and crowning position. Let me see if the color won't blow out. There we go. Isn't it gorgeous? So immediately for you guys, what kind of was popping up as I was shuffling the cards was a lot of heavy energy. I actually took down some notes here. That was actually 11:44. So when I looked at my phone here, that may be a good angelic number to check up on. You can Google, 11:44 angelic number, and I would relate it to health, as that's the case for your reading for today. All right, so some points here as I was shuffling the cards and throwing them out was loss of property and willpower, disconnecting or having trouble connecting to spirit. The next portion was, don't be afraid or dissuaded. There's a sense of justice coming towards you for your current situation and the problems that you're having. And I'm also sensing a tower moment with your health in particular. So you might be feeling less beautiful, dealing with brittle hair, nails, lack of appetite, gastrointestinal pains that hinder your confidence, and a lot of like blind judgment. So this reading was very, very heavy. Even before I laid out the first half of the reading, this is what I was getting. And it was matched down here below with a couple of swords cards, which I know a lot of, people are afraid of the swords cards because they usually mean challenges or conflict. In this case, this is relating to you mainly. Misplacing priorities. So having the Chance card up top is really talking about Pisces, you needing to actually be more direct and confront yourself, not others. I get a feeling of codependency and clinginess with partners, a sense of overwhelm, and always kind of like in this place of crying, which is interesting because I believe this is like the Piscean season. So you guys are in your element. It would be a great time for you to actually invoke your inner power of healing because you do bring a lot of confidence and healing for other people. What else? I think there was one more point here of there's a lot of blind judgment towards others that you might not realize you have. Because of the current place that you're in right now. And what I was referring with that was there's an overall sense of a bit of depression here with your current situation and lack of fulfilling work and career or fulfilling relationship or home life. In some case, something is in lack and you're having a hard time placing a finger on what exactly it is. It's so funny because I'm not even pulling cards. This was all stuff that I intuited as I was pulling them. I swear I'll jump into what the cards mean. But actually, here would be one of the points that I was making is that some of you are living to excess and not necessarily recognizing what you are capable of doing in the situation. So you're abandoning your power position. In your power position, again, is being a helpful leader, someone who is healthy and radiant and really joyous, because you bring a lot of joy to a lot of different people out there. And it's because you're kind of, you're mutable, you're very flexible. You can just go with the flow. until people start messing with you. And right now, you're starting to project a lot of those energies of, oh, people don't respect me, people don't appreciate me, people don't feel this, don't feel that. And it's actually the exact opposite. What's really happening is that you are, I'm hearing the word pretentious. I don't know who pissed you guys off, but someone is being pretentious, or it could be you. Yeah, you're starting to see other people who are in a place of confidence. I'm feeling this straight up in that solar plexus chakra. So definitely gastrointestinal nervousness and you know, just poor eating habits or not really having the right diet because you're such a worry Nelly right now. And you're worrying about other people rather than yourself. So the person who here I'm describing is like pretentious and it's all because they're overconfident or overzealous. It's actually not the case. They're projecting their energy in a very healthy way. You're the one who's actually kind of being like an energy vampire. The people around you are here to support you, but you're starting to look at your support system as the enemy. And that's a place you don't want to be in, especially now when you are feeling so down and depressed and kind of, out of sorts with yourself. So this full moon is talking about you walking away from this particular situation, with the crowning card being chance, which in this deck it's called chance, but it's actually the Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot. If we're looking at both of these cards, it's saying you have an opportunity and a chance to change your personal outcome in your life. You're just repressing that. You rather make it seem like it's someone else's problem, and that was confirmed with some clarifiers that I pulled out with the Lenormand, which is the snake and the bear here, usually meaning that you're pointing fingers at the government, you're usually pointing fingers at other people, a domineering mother figure perhaps. For the snake here, it talks about betrayal, and it could also speak about self-betrayal. Some event that may have happened, if we're looking at timing, the snake usually points to a timing during the summer. So it might be that you'll be in this energy, this lingering energy until summertime if you are not careful and choose a path of actually owning your self-confidence, putting yourself first. Again, like kind of the title of this video is, you're not a victim. You just don't know that you're prioritizing other people over yourself. And it's this sense of valuing other people more than yourself. And you kind of pat yourself on the back going, I'm such a good person, but you're not, because there's, again, that hidden judgment that you don't realize is manifesting inside of you, and it's bringing you down from this creative point. This is the Queen of Wands, and I usually relate this to Freya, and it's in the Norse pagan mythology. Freya is the goddess of creativity, fertility, and abundance, and you are not feeling that right now. Usually Pisces are a lot of fun individuals to be around, but you may be, again, just not seeing your own self-worth and really resenting the fact that other people can feel that way about themselves. In terms of work, this is also talking about there's a lack of stimulus in your work, as this is a work section. The Eight of Cups is your challenge for the month of March, and that is really just recognizing that you need to walk away and change your mindset, right? Change what is coming up for you. In terms of your work, career, and life passion or life purpose, we have the following cards, where basically they're kind of stating a similar story of this stagnancy that's really becoming toxic, not just for you, but the people who are supporting you. And you're going to find yourself in a very, very lonely position if you don't knock it. I'm trying not to curse. If you don't knock it the F out, So Queen of Wands is talking about that lack of creativity, that lack of spontaneity. It's kind of a mundane job that you're doing day to day to try and support yourself because, again, there was that sense of loss of property or loss of health here. Both physically and mentally, it's been taking a toll on you, and it's been taking a toll on your paycheck. So for your creativity, again, there's not enough freedom. Excuse me. Again, I'm telling you, them gastrointestinal issues. So this is talking about, if there's a deceased grandparent, they're telling you to eat your breakfast. They want you to eat more. You're not eating necessarily, what is it? Wholesome foods, large foods, big breakfasts. Yeah. So that's what came through for you guys. It's funny because all I keep hearing that is reproach, and again, more of that hand slap. What are you doing with your life? You know, you got this kid kind of phrase. So yeah, even family members who are deceased, and if you feel like you don't have a support system, again, you do, you're just not seeing it. You're not seeing that freedom. Again, going back to your career here, sorry that I got downloads that interjected, but going back to your career here, we have, again, a lack of freedom, a lack of agency and purpose in your life, and that too is affecting you, but you kind of have too much juggling right now, too much happening. So the fact that you have 8 of Cups and then the 5 of Cups, so 8 of Cups is talking about walking away from a situation, knowing when to walk away from a particular situation rather than engaging and being combative. For the month of March, this is talking specifically to your career and saying, this isn't maybe the best situation for me. It's not the best opportunity for me in my life, but it is supporting me for right now. So find joy and pleasure in your current circumstances. Just make the best of it, is the general consensus. This is the problem of having long curly hair. Everything gets everywhere. For your social life, relationships, and even self-love, we have here, again, Warrior of Swords. This is air energy, and it's in its upright position. So you may be getting a confirmation from someone who is a really great communicator, someone you aspire to be in terms of, again, their confidence. There might be a hint of jealousy in the sense that they know their purpose and their self-worth. Don't let that get in the way of your friendship, obviously. Try to communicate with them almost like in a sister or brotherly way. You know, continue to look up to them and see how they present themselves to the world, because they're going to help you understand how you can better present yourself and the gifts that you behold. So here we have, you know, this gazelle, I'm going to call it, but I feel like it's something else that's similar to a gazelle. Anyway. Might be a guide for you as an animal, but we're seeing yellow daisies again this springtime, and this is across the board with all of my readings. There's been a lot of shadow work. The month of March is not going to be that joyous time that everybody's like, is this going to be it? Am I going to finally start moving forward in my life, especially during this whole pandemic thing? It's going to still be very chaotic, but this one is more of I'm going to say the stupid word because I don't know how to communicate right now. Solutionizing. You need to come up with some sort of solution for yourself. So that way, I'm getting like running might be a good activity for you. Some kind of team sport. I used to row, so rowing is a team sport, team effort, basketball, volleyball, all of those, baseball, are team sports rather than individualistic sports, because you still want, again, to see people. You want to be surrounded by people and different inspiration is what I'm getting from this. You want to find inspiration and hope for yourself and have that hopefully kind of rub off on you. I'm going to go over here to the Nine of Swords. So you might be staying up late or not having a consistency in routine. Establishing that consistency in routine will make you less paranoid about your support system and whether or not they're your friends or they're on your side and actually supporting you. The other aspect that I'm getting from this is eating some vegetables, because there is a lot of vegetation in here, especially the pomegranate. The pomegranate speaks to shadow work. Again, I will make a forthcoming video about shadow work, but for the moment, shadow work is all about repressed emotions, you not seeing yourself as clearly as you think you do, and sometimes it takes a little bit more help in resolving those issues, both from yourself, a psychologist, and even speaking with friends and family. So it's a trifecta effect, as with anything in life, it's a trifecta. But here's a wonderful position for your life purpose here, and this sounds odd. Your life purpose, or excuse me, your self-love, because we already did life purpose up there. Your self-love aspect here is 10 of Swords. So right here, this is your relationship. You're fearing, you know, that people don't love you, people don't see you the way you see yourself. You don't see yourself clearly. Here's, you know, 10 of Swords in reverse. And this might actually be speaking about the entire middle row, and how if you choose to see this as an opportunity, you'll be walking away from your own self-limiting beliefs, your own paranoia of people, and self-reproach. You'll be walking away from this job in the near future where you're not really feeling as satisfied. You'll actually have the time to look for something that, you know, can better accommodate your needs. So that's why this right here, in terms of you know, self-love and being in the love section of all things, is beneficial. It also is probably going to speak to you maybe walking away from a relationship and actually having it be a good thing, because you need some time for yourself. So it's a balance that you're, you know, a balance act that you're kind of missing out here. And that brings us to the last card, the Two of Cups. Usually it talks about having, again, balance, that kind of Libra energy that you see. Libras are air energy, but I love that this is showing Libra in here, because it's talking about being discerning in your relationships. For Two of Cups, what's the word that I'm looking for here? It's mapping out a plan for yourself. Again, being discerning of your relationships and mapping out a plan for yourself, focusing on what you need to do for yourself. And right now that's in its detriment in the central point here, and it's talking about all those illnesses, all of those points of concern in your life that I mentioned in the reading, earlier in the reading, that have come to manifest. And so in order to fix that, you just need to turn this over, seeing negativity as an opportunity, okay? If you are, again, in a relationship, you may need to just learn to let go of that relationship, because you're not ready for such a commitment when you can't commit to yourself and your priorities. I pulled out some extra cards here, some oracle cards, animal guide cards, 2 extra tarot cards, and some Lenormand cards for clarifiers. I clarified at the bottom here, what is the solution for you? And it's really just clearing out house. Again, it's for setting your boundaries. And if you think that setting boundaries is rude, or I don't know, I'm hearing intolerable or intolerance, you being intolerant to other people. That is not the case. It just shows a lot of commitment, self-respect, and reliance. So this card is the Cross card. It talks about losses. It talks about destiny. It talks about kind of larger, bigger picture, a view of things. And oh my God. You guys just feel like there's the whole weight of the world is on your shoulders. And I also got a quick like ambulance visual. So I don't know if you guys think of everything as an emergency and that you just need to be, at the forefront of every little piece of drama that's happening in someone else's life. Try to not do that unless you are an EMS individual. I guess it satisfies your need for, it's okay. We all want some guilty pleasures, some drama. So it might satisfy your need for drama, action, movement. And it's, again, a cooperative venture. You're helping someone, you're being of service to someone. And you guys are very much about being of service to other people. It's just, again, be more serviceable to yourself or in service to yourself. For your oracle cards, I pulled out some divine feminine oracle cards, and this is a divine feminine deck. Get in touch with your feminine, essentially. Diana, Queen of the Wilds, language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. With Diana, you get this comforting nature. Again, learn to remother yourself. This is nothing new for all of March. Everybody's learning to remother and refather themselves respectively. Diana is just a very, I always got the sense of not strict, but she is direct. She does have a bow and arrow. She will hunt down opportunities that are befitting of her. She will cut down anyone who is not. And that sounds very much like you, Pisces. We also have Lala. Yeah, sounds like Lala. The saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am an author of my own story. And this is talking about, if you see that beautiful red dot on her forehead, marking her third eye, there are specific names to that. I just don't remember them at the moment. I did look them up. But it's talking about being affirmative affirmations. There we go. You need to affirm daily what your story is. Rewrite it. Don't be a victim in your story each and every time. You have to look at your shadows. So Kali is a great woman, great goddess, mother, also has the red dots. You guys definitely need to see your situation more clearly. She is, a bringer of death, destruction, but also love and protection. So this is talking about protecting your spirit. Again, you're not very spiritual here. For your top quadrant, you're denying your intuition and self-knowledge. So the mother of the universe, Kali, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. And I feel like you guys haven't taken enough time to really explore what the hell that means. And I'm getting like that's the key. Symbolism of keys is really important for the month of March. To kind of unlocking your own personal power. And also, there is kind of like the starburst effect happening in the middle of her chest. So it's really the key to your heart and unlocking that, your heart chakra. So again, we have a starburst in the center of your heart with Yemoya. She does feel like Piscean energy for sure. The goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. So this goes hand in hand with your chance card, your wheel of fortune. In order to change your fortune, in order to be a benefactor of your own stability and future, you have to start speaking kindly to yourself, really reviewing this sense of worthlessness and worthiness. Yeah. The last couple of cards, again, we're talking about your wealth. And I kind of already went over that in your reading, not really seeing abundance in your current state and opportunity. You kind of have this like fresh start that you're looking forward to, but you can't start a fresh start if you're carrying the baggage that you're carrying into the next month and the next month. etc., etc. This could also speak to your wards becoming more abundant, or you being able to have a more abundant lifestyle sometime in September. The mouse spirit, tend to the small things. And this is your animal spirit. This is not speaking up properly, being in your diminutive space. And so you need to really tend to yourself. You know, if your house is a wreck, that's an example from me anyway. If your house is a wreck, or if you need to like clean out your garage or attic, I don't know why, or help a relative, grandparents, if you're living with one of those, one of your family or relatives, helping them move, just try to find peace and comfort in doing like daily tasks and chores. All right, so hope you would like that reading. So quick housekeeping stuff. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this message. I will be doing more readings and more witchy content stuff that I'm interested in because I am a practicing witch. So that should be a lot of fun doing kind of like a podcast type of work. But for the moment, starting small, doing some readings here on YouTube. I also have a website, OmegaOctave.com, and Instagram of the same name, OmegaOctave. And basically, I offer 30-minute Zoom recorded sessions. You can follow the directions on there when you purchase your reading, and I will send that recorded reading out to you within 24 to 72 hours. For those of you who are still afraid about tarot, or you just want to have a fun party, I do group readings of 4 and 8. Each individual gets 15 minutes a piece, and you get to just have fun with it. Bring your own booze, relax, chat. The last bit is if you want a more in-depth personalized reading with just us actually talking face-to-face, I do that as well across Zoom for 1 hour, and that includes the recording of the session as well as the write-up, which sometimes I am better or more well-spoken in written word than I am when I'm communicating, because I'm able to really ingest the information and still get in tune with the reading and the messages that will be beneficial to you. All right. Blessed be. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.